Episode 38 of the Spaceblock 40 stack challenge. We're over here in this bit next to where we set up more space concrete last time, and looks like it's mostly going okay. It looks like I've got enough of this stuff that I could beacon this harder, so let's do that. Not there. And I'm waiting for refined concrete, which I thought I expanded. I think I'm on more roboports here from all this traffic as well. Can I? I can. So we're going to do that. Have the bots back. Yeah, so variety of things from last time to check on. Concrete is... where's concrete? Concrete is here doing its thing, kind of. I was going to have this one here as well, wasn't I? Because this one is the overflow. But all of these things... I mean, this beacon setup means that the one in the middle is faster. But I wasn't expecting... Wait, I think I may have actually got those ratios around the wrong way. 10 and 10 seconds. Uses 20 and 15 seconds. I'm just going to go module it harder anyway. Don't actually have enough of the speed modules, which is a bit of a shame because I don't think there's a whole lot of speed modules in the chaos storage either, because things are just requesting all of that stuff. Here's, yeah, which I mean I guess is a good thing. All the stuff just turning up here is looking pretty fine. I'm getting stuck on the things. Yeah, because you definitely have... these guys definitely have all the things they need to be able to be beaconed harder. So we're just going to do that. Yeah, sucks to be him. Does not get a module. Sad face. Oh, do I have enough stone coming out? These guys are... okay, so I don't think that needs to be... maybe this side? Is this one... this side needs to be red belt, because this is the side that's beaconed. So this will increase the amount of stuff we're getting through, which is a big deal, because that's one of the things we're blocked on. Actually need to get all of that. That square is kind of important as well. Yeah, upgrading all of that should mean that we get enough stone down here, because these guys are currently not doing a whole lot. And that overall should mean that we're now pushing out a lot more refined concrete, because we need a lot more refined concrete. How is the water fill? These guys have almost no water fill, which is fantastic. And the second build has also just had its water fill blasted, because that was building up for a while. The bots are going past this, which means this third build is also struggling for water fill, which is good. So I am definitely eating through the giant water fill buffer that I built up. I mean, these could have all gone on a belt, they didn't, but the way logistics bots will prioritize their pickups means that all of these waterfill chests will probably get taken before these waterfill chests are tapped. And so these guys are getting close to being used. Also close to being full, so I'm good for stacks of waterfill, and the last one is just the landfill one. Yeah, I mean, probably still having the landfill all the way over here is going to be a bit of a pain, especially for the Logibots dragging it all the way back. Maybe I could actually probably run a red belt of it through here, but I also don't think I'm going to bother, because they're kind of fine. I mean, I could just run... maybe that's the thing I'll deal with later. Red belt could come up here between these two. and then I could just have another box of landfill storage here, where it's a whole lot easier for the Logibots to get it over here. But yeah, this is also why these request chests are requesting 1,000 of the things, because if they only requested 100, there would be like 100 bots, or like whatever their carrying capacity is, fewer bots in the air bringing me stuff at any one point, whereas as it is, I've got like about 300 being delivered at any one point, so that's doing what it needs to, I guess. Let's check on the other build. This one is sad because does not have... This was the other thing I was looking at previously, wasn't it? Is sad because it does not have acid. It does not have acid because it does not have gas. Light oil is high, heavy oil... I mean, it's also got nowhere to put that, but I might do something else. Let's prepare to have more bad plans enacted in this spot. And then I might also... Yeah, I might need to do that for reasons. But yeah, let's... These guys were beaconed. These are still module 2s, okay. The solution to that is upgrade 1s to 3s, and let's also upgrade... Yeah, we'll upgrade 1s and 2s to 3s, because I'm not sure exactly what I've got here, but you guys can all go faster. And actually, the other solution that I've kind of got space for, you're in the way, is to have more of these guys just like slapped in here, like, not like that. Actually, the beacons lining up kind of doesn't matter, does it? You can go there. Oh, you're a bad beacon, because you're actually only on 2 things. If you were here, you'd be on 3 things. And probably one of these is pretty bad as well. Yeah, that one's bad, but whatever. We'll just jamming beacons in, fine. Let's have more of this stuff over. Let's get all of the undergrounds as well. They're pretty important. Under there. And then this is going to connect here. Somewhat accidental that I picked up the beacon in the middle of that as well, but that'll work. So now we're cracking more light oil, or at least we will be once all those guys get all their things in position. I could put another beacon in there. I don't think we're going to bother with it. That's going to be, you know, fine enough for now, I guess. I still don't have any spare module 2s. Is that because these landfill guys are still doing their best? Good on them. Oh, this concrete is also just blasted. So this is now the concrete stash. What do I have? This stuff. You have whatever things you need. Sure. So the thing, it was armor that I was going to shake, isn't it? And yeah, this is still requesting speed and efficiency module 2s, which I do not have. But this one is, oh yeah, power armor is done. That's nice. Legs are also nowhere near done, because they're also requesting electric engines. Okay, that's just going to be a thing. Yeah, these guys should be limited. They take a lot. Yeah, these guys are, those are fine. Nope, just get rid of that, and then give me all of this stuff. I don't even know what I want to build there next. Give me all these things back. Because you guys are done. What was... Yeah, so let's check on... This stack is probably going to be a disaster? Yeah, it's a bit of a disaster. Have whatever you want from inventory, which is not actually very much. Yeah, these guys are doing the electric engines that they can. The other blue builds are doing the electric engines that they can. And yeah, the thing that strikes me, actually, let's check on spidertrons as well. 37 stacks. Good job, Spidertron. You're nearly done, and then you're waiting on LDS. Sure. And then the LDS is just... Let's just check that all of these things are... Okay, so sometimes these guys aren't really running. Sometimes they are. But also, you know, making the LDS, sure. And that was the other thing that I thought about, wasn't it? That at the moment I've got so many blue chips in the buffer. Like, because I've got these, you know, another 20k of blue chips here. In fact, looking at all of the things in the network, the things I have most of are landfill, space science, steel, coils, and then blue chips. So I don't need to be producing so many blue chips. I'm still just really short of red chips. Having that much space science is pretty amazing. The thing we're going to do is, remember when we made an unmixed build and then we sort of semi-mixed it? We're going to now fully mix it. So this belt here, rather than an underground, will mean that both lanes of red chips will come out the end of this thing, which is going to get more red chips. It's going to mean that these guys are going to be working full time. And do I actually have the coils production for that? Maybe. I guess we'll find out. Any green chips that these blues used to be able to get everything they needed because there was nowhere for the red chips to go, and so if we're taking proportionally too much copper, then they would just back up. Whereas now we're going to get less blue chips, we're going to get more red chips. This is already looking pretty healthy, isn't it? This is also, hopefully it's got some buffer to empty out, but it's going to look more like this. But also we're going to have maybe more red chips? Never mind. The other thing is, yeah, those were all module 2s, whereas I think the other red chips down here were module 3s, and I don't actually know that I want to. These ones are worth plus 60. Yeah, this one isn't, because it has no extra crafting speed. This one, these ones, I'm actually getting decent amount of stuff from it. Whereas if I did this, not that, this is now crafting speed plus 20%, productivity 24%. So yeah, I reckon. Actually, not by much though, is it? There wasn't a whole lot in that. The difference between an extra 40% productivity and no extra speed, or an extra 20% speed and 24% productivity. There's like this version is going to give me slightly more red chips, but slightly less free stuff, and whatever. And then these ones are also, yeah, these. We're going to do that, because this one is also, yeah, I mean that doesn't actually change a whole lot. Okay, other things that were important were, I'm low on LDS, but I'm also still building spidertrons, and I've got a lot more rocket control units. But the other thing that I'm expecting to be short on is solid fuel, especially once I stop building spidertrons and all the solid fuel can be rockets. And let's see if we can do this differently, and the answer is probably can. So we can do that. Yeah, now we can cache more here, which is kind of fine, even though we were caching it over here as well, but that's also fine. I think the other thing we're going to do is that then we want this and this and kind of this, and I guess some of these, otherwise I'm going to run into production issues. All the way back here, and then some amount of that as well. I mean, not production issues, but like throughput issues. Because if I take some of these guys and upgrade their red belt supply, that will get these guys working, and they kind of need to be working because I'm going to need more rockets. But also, yeah, so this here won't output a full red belt because these guys won't be using a full red belt, probably. So I'll probably still get Yeah, it's not much though, is it? There's not a lot of fuel coming out of that. Really not a lot of fuel coming out of that. Okay, next plan. You have some of this, 500. I mean, because I'm pretty sure I've got... What am I doing? Press the right buttons. Press that button. There we go. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I've got a decent, or at least at one point, I had a decent surplus of solid fuel here, which the Logibots are now tapping pretty hard. Still got 500 Logibots stable, so that's fine. And it's only, yeah, sure, yeah, cool. We're gonna assume that's fixed because we got other things to do. A rocket. Let's go check on how many rockets. Oh, this bit. I'm stuck in here, aren't I? There we go. Yeah, we should go check on whether the acid has fixed in the other build because we kind of haven't done that yet. So this one's kind of halfway, and this one. So we need. Is that 4 more rockets? I counted that as 4 more, but it's kind of not, is it? Oh, I've got things in my inventory. Have things. I've got RCUs. What did I pick those up from somewhere? Oh yeah, random other stacks to try and get RCUs out of the main buffer, because I've got a lot of these things. Cool. Yeah, because I was kind of counting stacks here when I said there were, I think, 6 satellites left to launch, except one satellite is half a stack, because these stacked at 2k, so I think I actually need to get 6 more satellites and queue them up. So we've still got a bit to do, but we always had a bit to do anyway. And then the other thing that struck me about this is, like, dividing these into 100 is a bit of a pain, but there is a trick that I reckon I can do. Like, dividing 2000 into stacks of 100, not much fun. Dividing 500 into stacks of 100, not much fun. Dividing 1600 into stacks of 100, pretty straightforward. So I think this is going to be what we do to get the rest of the stacks out, because that's pretty straightforward. Now if I have... Yeah, give me this. Yeah, I was worried this was going to be tedious and a thing I did almost entirely offline, and as it turns out, it's still tedious, but it's a thing that's kind of small enough that can happen here anyway. So we've got a couple of stacks of, I mean, there should be 16 stacks of each, right? And I need 40, so I need to do that again. But I'm going to do that again later rather than now. Why? Okay, so 1, 3, and then, yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah, because we've got... Do we have surplus LDS? Have we finished the spidertrons? So this is going to be the last spidertron, which is pretty exciting. And it only needs a bit more LDS, so let's actually cancel all the requests for everything else, and then take this request down to just like the 20 that it needs, so that we don't... And yeah, no, we're done. Give me all of this back. Okay, so nothing is getting some LDS delivered, but it's fine, and we've got 40 spidertrons. Spidertrons are done. No more deliveries. I can use this for something else later if I feel like it. I kind of don't. I'm kind of tempted to set up more of this for speed module 2s, except I also don't have the speed module 2s. These guys, at least... These guys are progressing quite nicely, and this stash is neither building up nor emptying, which I guess is kind of fine. This one is, yeah, nearly halfway there, and then this one is... Let's just like be helpful a little. Yeah, we can do that, and it will still do a bunch of stuff. this guy's just going to work as hard as it can. Okay, sure. Because now we've got... And now the big LDS actually is the big LDS use out of the way. I think the other big LDS use, these guys still need a lot of LDS as well. And I still need to make a bunch more of those, which is going to be interesting. But I think I mostly just need rockets. So in fact what we're going to do I need to maintain this? I don't think I need to maintain any of that at this point. This is just going to go past, everybody's going to grab everything they need, you can have whatever's in my inventory, launching rockets, and yeah, the thing I think I'm going to have an issue with, I mean it's apparently still LDS, but, because the thing is, I've still got these guys making LDS, although kind of slowly, but I think I have more LDS being made than rocket fuel, maybe? Actually, let's check in on that after this is doing its thing. Actually, this... Yeah, I'm still cracking, so the cracking is going to turn off before that figures itself out. It's fine, it's fine. Do these guys have... These guys still do not have a backlog of refined concrete, which is interesting. It's interesting to be bottlenecked on refined concrete, but whatever, we'll take it. These guys are bottlenecked on oil. That's not what I was expecting. Because you got a lot of steel, right? You do have a lot of steel. You're still buffering steel, but the oil is low, which is bad, because that affects a lot of other things as well. I kind of need this to have oil, so let's... This might be a thing. This is hopefully not a thing, but it might be a thing that needs some attention. I'm wandering all the way up here. Yeah, so this is why... Like, the interesting thing about this is I don't even know why this is low, because this exports it greater than 10k. Let's actually change this to 15, because I think the other one's 15. This exports at 15, has a tank. The one up this end exports at 15, has a tank at 15. Okay, so it's just all ending up at this end rather than the other end. Are these guys... This one has no input, which is super interesting. And then... Okay, so I'm not... Interesting. Can I... Oh wait, it shouldn't be... Because it's also these ones. Like, connecting the two things that don't have input is not going to be super useful. What I need to do is... Because this here is the tank that has the important stuff in it. This should work. So that's all the cold oil. These are all the boilers. That should get me more cold oil off the same loop as this. Okay? And then... I mean, I might be at a point with throughput issues, because the thing is... Fluid ingredient shortage, which I think I've helped take care of. But the thing I'm wondering... Yeah, this stuff here, like, this is close to 90%. But these tanks are still tiny, so... I think I'm going to see if I can do a botch of a thing. Because botches of things are how... Can I sneak through here? I can. Good. How we understand the fluids in Factorio. There's some things. Okay, so this is this halfway? Yeah, this is about halfway. And so this is the point where if there's some issue distributing the oil from this bit where large amounts are getting made back down to these sides, what we're going to do is pump this out if it's greater than 20,000. 20,000, yeah. And both of those can work if it's greater than 20,000. and this tank is filled up. Yeah, this is making enough. Are these ones now fill? 14, 12, they're not sure, maybe, whatever. We're gonna continue with this plan anyway because why not? Except for this plan, I kind of want these to be not there even. I want them to be like, actually, how far do you will connect if you're there? Okay, so we're doing that. Because I want to pump into this tank, but then I've got to be, yeah, sure. Where does the other one connect? It's here, and then like, and then we're going to do another similar thing on the other side as well. So the idea is these things are stable, and they supply everything with oil, and then this heating loop goes through the middle. But none of these, hopefully these guys are slow enough that they can just handle it. And I also can't. I could actually rip one of these things out of the middle and bridge these two warm sections here. Except all of these guys, or some of these are, yeah, output full. Is that because? Okay, whatever. Moving on. Let's just go and do the same thing on the other side, because that's going to be the plan. Don't know if the plan is any good, but this is the plan, so we're going to do it. That's how things work. Yeah. So these two tanks, so these pumps are at 15,000, and then these pumps are at 20,000, I believe. I think that's what I said it at. Yeah. So if this did just completely balance, never mind that that's not how fluid works, because like pressure and throughput and all of that stuff, both in the real world and Factorio, these ones will pump out before this one will pump out of the middle, but this one will also pump out of the middle into the two that are controlled. And this actually looks really good, because now this has all the oil at once. All of these guys are running, which is also fantastic. Do I have that looks like, yeah, greater than 15. Yeah, so this is at the limit of things that are being pumped out into the light cracking, and this heavy is just getting blasted because that's all I'm doing with the heavy. I'm just blasting it. Is that? Yeah, because I'm not doing anything with heavy oil over here. The acid is full, which is great. This gas here is also full, which is great. So this is probably all working now. That is hopefully the statement. Some of this cracking isn't running anymore. I wonder if that was the oil problem. Oh, interesting. The issue is now that I'm not getting enough steel through, and these guys are still waiting on the barrels. Yeah, we could do stuff about that as well. I have barrels of oil. In fact, other than, yeah, I don't have any upgraded speed modules, so you guys can just have whatever you like for my inventory and get stuff done. Yeah, so we're going to move this buffer around. And this way, except the fact that this guy has to move over here. And then this buffer wants to go, and now this will empty. The thing is, the way these inserters work, though, they will take things off the close side, which will prioritize things coming out of the buffer, which is not what I want. But if I do this, then the way side loading works, things that are on this side coming from the inputs will get priority first, and then things that are on this side of the inputs will get priority second over the buffer, and this all works fine. The interesting thing is, though, the implication of this is I'm running down the buffer. I was kind of expecting this to be building steel up, even though, I mean, Is it a problem? Probably not. I still have this steel build here that isn't even running full time, and then also somewhere around here, yeah, there's also these two, which are also completely full. Yeah, we're gonna do that, because this will mean that we've got, like, I do want a lot of steel for silos, because I need a lot of steel for silos, and then I also need a lot of steel for these guys, except they're also kind of gated by red chips, and you should definitely be upgraded. How you doing? 79? I think that's more than when I looked at it last time, isn't it? Okay, so this is maybe better. They're almost all running now. Almost all running is something I'm okay with. Why these? So these guys aren't running because they're full, but these guys... Oh, because there was that situation where I had, like, the wrong ores in them. And then... this one... Oh, interesting. Maybe this one... Maybe the red belt was actually too fast for the first couple. So if we downgrade all this belt, they will have the first few will have a better time grabbing the ore they need before they run out. Because I kind of need to reseed this one, and then this one can have like that stuff. And then this guy is the same. Even though this inserter should be picking this up, the speed of belt meant that he just apparently sometimes missed some stuff, which is fine, because I've got a bunch of stuff over here, and we can just do that, and then I've got some of this in my inventory, and we can do that. And this other one is already yellow belt, so they're probably fine. Okay, so hopefully that's more stable. Hopefully we see... Okay, great, we see barrels building up here just slightly, and that's just slightly is enough. These guys... Actually, let's just make that much, because your legs and those things are also worth checking, because I do have somewhere else we're building those, so that can just keep going at this point. And then all of those things look like they're going pretty well. Yeah, sure. I'm walking away from that problem as well, other than the fact that I'm maybe not getting enough steel through. Why am I not? And can I... Oh, you're not doing... Okay. You have steel for me. You're getting steel through and all these furnaces are working, which is great. You're getting steel through and also these furnaces are not quite working, okay? So I can deal with that with... Wait, if I kill these things, like this power pole here needs to stay, because it's the one powering all the red chips. But I can reduce this iron usage to make sure that more iron gets over here, so we're going to do that. Yeah, things like this. This guy is not doing stuff and could be doing stuff. So we're going to take out... And also I've still got like this other steel thing here that's not even fully utilized yet. So taking these things out just means that more of these will be utilized, as opposed to being, you know, completely empty. Completely empty, completely full. And then for whatever reason, all those others are okay, and then the blue chip ones are fine, and then this belt is... I mean, it's not nicely backed up with fuel, but it's... All of the builds have got all the fuel they need. The irony is, with more of these things working, there'll be less fuel getting past here, but whatever, that's all fine. It's fine. Okay. Done the acid. Wanted to do a solar build, didn't I? These guys could go a little faster, because I've got all the materials, whatever. It's good enough. That's nice and full with acid. Things are all fine. Wanted to do... Oh, that was, yeah, remembering other things. Remembering a variety of other things. That's looking pretty healthy now, isn't it? I'm still waiting on LDS. Still not actually... I guess I'm slowly... Yeah, okay, so this rocket fuel buffer is lower than it was, so I am generating more LDS than a rocket fuel, which is kind of important. Where is the small down here? Yeah, because I realized, like this... this isn't more stack inserters than I need. This is what I need to make stack filter inserters, which I currently don't have anywhere. So this goes in. Oh, loudspeaker's done. Loudspeakers are done. Cool. And then I've got like the rest of these coils that I don't know what I'm doing with. I've still got most of the coils that I don't know what I'm doing with. Okay, sure. Yeah, because I want to go fast inserter, fast inserter, not filter inserter. I'd have to configure those even further. That one doesn't need to be there, does it? Lots of green chips. Okay, so this guy is just going now. This box, of which I don't need to convert that entire box. Some of these can just stay around as, so I've got stack inserters to use for stuff. I probably won't need that many. Fast inserters, if I use them, I'm still making them, which is fine. And then stack filter inserters are going, this entire box, this box here, will be converted to stack filter inserters, so that's also fine. Labs are probably done, aren't they? Yeah, labs are done. Shotgun shells. Shotgun shells. Did I must. So when I made this box of stuff from these two, I guess the situation was that I was using the shotgun shells faster than I was making them, which is also, you know, that's a thing I'm okay with. Yeah, sure, that can just tick along. It'll be fine. These guys are still. I only need, like, some of these I don't need, and some of these could just be used by this. Oh, it needs LDS. That's what it needs. And these ones also probably should be limited. Yeah, the thing I was going to check on, did I check on the legs yet or not? Kind of, because I want to make sure that's limited. And then, is this stuff done? No, not yet. Okay, fine. And then also, so a similar thing has happened with these guys. So we can pivot this a bit. This one here, yeah. And then these guys are already limited, but they also just need more LDS. Sure. Everything needs more LDS. Okay, so maybe I should have had some of the LDS bypass that rocket. These are all, yeah, sure, whatever. Because, yeah. Oh, wait, did I need more stone? It's still running. I don't really need more stone. Am I at least banking this up? No, as it turns out. And these guys still have all the inputs they need. So I could module it harder. I'm just not going to bother right now. Yeah, because I was wondering what to do with this. And if I turn... Let's actually do this now. If I turn this into stone, and I turn this into a regular kind of thing, then I've got a place where I can just put a bunch more steel furnaces, if I ever actually care about seeding those. And I'm not sure that I do yet, because I don't want to check on this ammunition build, because these guys are all doing everything they need to. This has copper mixed in with it. Okay. Give me all the copper back. Yes, we're going to do that. What are we going to do? I guess we're just going to, like, smash it in wherever it goes. These guys are done. And then these guys are waiting on getting their rocks. Actually, that was one of the things I was considering, wasn't it? Yeah, I don't need to be coverexing so hard at this point. So I reckon these ones all disappear. I mean, even though I'm building some of the stuff in here, this is going to get used by the tank shells that I should check on as well. This is at 40 stacks, that's fine. This guy used to be at 200, now is still at 200. Maybe, I think this one's running down, isn't it? Okay, sure, fine. Yeah, so I've got those bullets doing things. Those bullets are close to being done. Yeah, batteries and acid are the other thing over here that I was supposed to look at. Actually, I wanted to set up solar power. And over here, there's... Except the steel isn't backing up. I don't really have a surplus of steel. The surplus of steel is over here and is not very big. Sure. Surplus of steel addressed, except I kind of wanted it over here. Do I need more copper? I will need more copper. And because I need more copper, and I will need more steel, and I don't have the speed beacons I need, or at least I don't have the speed modules I need, all those are going to get powered, aren't they? Yeah, they'll be fine. Yeah, so I'm going to need more speed modules, but this means that here I can have, like, I've got the green chips. I can have... I really want to be taking it from over here, don't I? I might also need to upgrade some of those belts, which is also a thing I can think about later. Yeah, let's go... I don't even have red undergrounds with me at the moment. What kind of Factorio player doesn't have red undergrounds with them? So, what was I doing here? Yeah, that's right. If this one... can go here, and then underground there, and that looks pretty nice. That's not where that wanted to go. It's not actually where that one would go either. I kind of want to split it on this one, which means that this one is the one that should be undergrounded. And now this guy, actually this probably is not going to need to be a yellow belt, but we can just run this over here. We can then... Do I even want to run it up here? Well, like, what? How do I want to lay these out? I guess like this, I suppose. We're going to make solar panels. Let's not do it like that. Let's do it like this. Let's not do it like that either. Here are the bots with all the stuff. Yep. Because like I need these solar panels for a variety of things. First of all, I'm pretty sure that the satellites I was making are blocked on not having enough solar panels. Yeah, so I need more solar panels, because these guys got to be stacks as well. But then I also need solar panels for personal solar panels. And I think what we're going to do about that, and these three might already be... Oh, is that because they've not got... Oh no, they've got the beacons. No, they don't. They do not have. So I've got to make more speed modules. Did I have... like those first two little beacon making, module making things over here? Yeah, these guys, first of all, should both be doing speeds, and then should both be upgraded. And I've actually jammed everything up, because some of these are full with... Okay, let's go and see what they're full with, because we kind of need everything to be moving, because that's kind of the assumptions of how a sushi base works. And what have we got in here messing all of this up? We've got a lot of prod mods. We've got a lot of RCUs. I still got all this copper. I probably didn't want to take all the copper back. That's where the fuel goes. RCUs can go over here. I'm building LDS up. Yeah, that don't fit because I've got to do... Yeah, I've got a lot of LDS. And this is the bit where I was thinking that rocket control units would need to be... not rocket control units. Rocket fuel was going to need to be a larger thing than it is. Yeah, we can put more of these guys over here. It's fine. This is good, isn't it? There's no way this goes wrong. Not there. Here. Yeah, so lots of RCUs. I think this is not a huge number of RCUs on the scale of the next 40 rockets that I still need to launch. This is still just, you know, a somewhat useful number of RCUs. Thing is, yeah, just a lot of RCUs. Is there another? There isn't really another spot I can put another thing like that, is there? I am getting more blue chips than I want, though. And I don't have all that many things that need that many blue chips. Only 4 satellites left, probably, is that? So this one needs... this chest needs 2. This chest needs 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus the one that's going now, plus it looks like this is 1.9, and that's... is this what you need? Yeah, so that's now full stack. So I need... there's the one that's going, and then I need 5 more? Yes. But I've currently got 3 more queued, so I need 2 of these guys to be in there, because I also need to make sure that I have enough for 40 stacks of fish, and I don't quite have the 40 stacks of fish there. I'm running around with fish. I'm not running around with fish. I am running around with RCUs, and I'm running around with copper, which is also... oh, and I am banking these green chips. Interesting. You know what? You can have a lot of copper. Have a lot of copper. You will definitely find a use for the copper. Yeah, so the other thing... solar is, you know, done-ish. The other thing I wanted to do... ooh, building up red chips. Building up red chips is nice. Yeah, these guys are going well enough now. The thing I had concluded was that if I'm going to get more rocket fuel, other than the fact that this belt gets quite busy, which is a bit of a shame, but the near side is kind of okay, and I'm probably not making that much rocket fuel. Yeah, it's kind of busy. Yeah, this is the last thing we're going to do today, probably. Which is a shame, because I kind of wanted to be doing a train thing for a while, but, you know, never mind. We're going to make some rocket fuel over here. How do I want to do... I think I'm just going to do this cheap, nasty way. Because of these guys are... yeah, actually it needs to be further back. It needs to be one further back, because I think seeing the third autosave means... not there either. There. Yeah. Do not have pipes with me. Pipe packing queue. Here's a pipe packing queue. Yeah, so the plan for this of also not having all the solar fuel I need is both of these can just wander this way. You are making solid fuel. I should probably prod mod. I reckon prod mod once for these guys. And probably also for these guys, he said, not finding the prod mods. Okay. I guess the plan for that is just... I mean, I probably should do this with the inserters as well. Yeah, let's do the inserters first. Then I could have actually done this with one piece of belt, because they're going on opposite sides. That's kind of the point. Okay, we're going to do this with one piece of belt, and that means all of these things can be basic inserters, which is nice, because they go in. That kind of doesn't work when... yeah, so this is going to be our pattern. That's going to give us more solid fuel, We then want to filter it for solid fuel, and then we're going to wander over here, and will it reach here? Yes. So I think the only remaining thing to do is beacon these guys. And this is beacon 1, this is what we want. Yeah, sure. That's a pretty normal approach to problems, isn't it? So they're all going to be going nice and fast, they're all going to be getting their prod mods. I've got some prod mods. I've got some beacons. Yeah, this is all going to connect. All of these guys have got a lot of light oil. This might take light oil away from these guys cracking it into gas. But we're already completely full on gas. We're filling up on light oil. I think this is going to be fine. These guys need to connect. The only thing is, I kind of need a lot more speed modules, and that might be a thing we kick up later. Is that true? Let's do one last thing, because there was a thing I was thinking about a while ago that looked like it was going to be fun. How are these guys doing? 2, 12, 20, 23. These guys are actually done. And that just means I don't need these either. Are they done? I mean, I will be taking... Let's just get all of this stuff off the map. Like, I will be taking some of these will get turned into powered armor and stuff like that. But I think overall, I think that's going to be all of those things I need. How are the 3s going? The 3s are nearly halfway, which is nice, given that's not my only stash. The 2s are done. I've now got a surplus of these, so I could actually put them somewhere. These guys are still not getting all the things they want. Wait, is that... Have these two been missing those two inserters this entire time? This would have meant that they would have seen fewer things that they needed to work on. Or whatever. So... last thing, and this is probably actual last thing. Yeah, I think I nearly have everything. I can request the other things I need to demonstrate this. One of the things you can sometimes do if you're in a 40 stack challenge is, the reason why it's 40 stack challenge is 40 stacks is the number of things you can put on wagons, and so going to put everything on a train, but also want some kind of structured system to be able to tell what I've put on which trains. And don't worry about the fact this is out of logistic range. Okay, I'm going to need to worry about the fact that it's not powered, because I need this thing to work. I also need... I don't have a light. Give me a light. Just like... Okay. Here's logistic range. There. Give me 5 lights, please. And also, from the looks of it... Oh no, wait, I can handcraft the few of these I need. You guys ran out of charge at a critical point. I guess because I'm building this right on the edge of what is viable with the network. Anyway, the point being, if I hook these things up, okay, and I power this, and I set this to be, say, RCUs greater than, let's say 5, and the plan is that actually this being out of logistic range is good, because I can request, the idea is I request RCUs, and then I've got, so I'll do something like this for every item in the game. And this is the thing I'm going to do between episodes, because this is not going to be interesting, but the idea is, when this light goes out, there's nothing left in this chest, so this is unhappy. Whereas, if in the situation that the chest is full, and the inserter is stopped, and the light's on, that means there's still stuff in the chest, which means the wagon is full. So a thing like this, I'm going to set up for every item in the game, which is going to be a bit of a pain because I've got to do this for every item in the game, and also means we're going to supply everything to this giant train, which is going to be quite a large train, with logistics bots, which means we're going to run into issues with how many logistics bots we've got. Why do we have so many free? Have I already blasted that water fill? Is that why everything's slowed down? No? Not really? Okay, sure, whatever. Yeah, we'll set something like this up. For every different resource in the game, we'll then have kind of an indicator about whether or not we've got enough of a thing. We'll then also have to deal with the fact that we're drawing out the things that we'd want to be building with. Also fine. Also come up with a structured way. I'm probably going to delimit the blocks by engines, so I'll have these 4 items, and then wagons for these 4 items, and then a locomotive, and then wagons for requesting each of these items in turn, and then a locomotive, and then 3 locomotives when I get to the end of a tab, so that I can go through each of these tabs and be reasonably confident that I'm requesting all the things I need. And we'll come back when that train exists but is not yet being supplied. We'll keep the Roboport network separate so we can join them and then watch stuff happen. But that's going to be the next plan. It's going to be messy. Yeah.